The Diff Configuration test module tests the wiring and configuration of the relay by simulating faults that are located outside the protected zone. If in such a test case the relay trips, this indicates a wiring or configuration fault within the protection panel. This video tutorial will focus on the configuration of the test module. Check the previous tutorial to see how the setup of the test object and the global hardware configuration is done. Before going any further, check the local hardware configuration to verify that the current outputs and the trip signal are enabled. The test view provides 4 tabs to parameterize the test. A single-line equivalent circuit diagram for the protected object is shown on the right-hand side. The binary outputs can be activated or deactivated from this tab. The General tab contains the information about the fault and the trigger conditions. For the sake of simplicity, this video tutorial will only show the test with regards to the primary and secondary windings. Remember, if you want to test the tertiary windings, you must add a new test module to the OCC document. The default setting here is fault primary supply secondary. However, we can locate the fault at the secondary side. The single-line diagram changes accordingly. For transformers with 3 windings, you can apply a load current. This load current is applied to the 3rd winding, as displayed in the single-line diagram. The use of the load current is not required by our relay. This test module gives you the option to check the readings from the relay and assess the results manually. The test time is the maximum period of time that the test current is output. Therefore, select a large enough test time that allows you to enter these values. Check the Apply Voltage box to enable the voltage output of the selected winding if necessary. To test a line differential protection, 2 or more CMC test sets can operate synchronized by a GPS, a PTP, or an iRig-B time reference. Choosing primary, secondary, or tertiary defines the currents to be injected when the CMC test sets are triggered. Choose the trigger condition. In this example, we just use the trip signal. A relay trip is not expected during the execution of this test. If a trip is detected, the Diff Configuration test module will automatically evaluate the test as failed. If no trip is detected, you have to assess the test manually. In the Test Data tab, choose the fault type and add the test points. The nominal current refers to the selected fault side, which is the secondary side in this example. The single-line diagram shows the resulting currents to be output by the CMC. The Test tab is where you assess the test. Select the values that you will read out from the relay. For example, the differential and the bias currents. Start the test and input the values measured by your relay. Since these values are correct and the relay did not trip, we can assess the test as passed. The actual values read from the relay will be saved in the report for full documentation.